Triangle Aquatics Center. Building confidence and skills. Mastering competitive strokes. Dive into a world of fun, fitness, and friendship at the Triangle Aquatics Center. Visit triangleaquatics.org to learn how you can donate, advocate, or volunteer today. Make a splash with the Triangle Aquatics Center and be part of something extraordinary.
Can you rely on DIY? When you choose Vector Security for your smart home ecosystem, you'll know it's done right. You know you're getting professional installation from experienced technicians. You know you're getting round-the-clock, award-winning monitoring that protects your home even when you're not there. You know you're getting home security and automation devices that work together in one ecosystem from one app. Vector Security. You'll know what you're getting, and you'll know it was done right.
There's a feeling you get when you check into a Spring Hill Suites. Like that feeling when you're able to check in on the go before you even get there. And that feeling when you find all the space you need and then some. Or that feeling when the bartender remembers your name and your drink order. At Spring Hill Suites, we believe the littlest moments can make the biggest difference. And that feels pretty sweet.
Heat 4 for the women. Another hot heat.
Hi, I'm Tim Devlin.
Up, I'm going to give them the feels, all right? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, let's go! Chirping into event number 77. This is the girls 10 and under 50-yard backstroke heat 1 of 9. Girls, good luck. Have a great race on the starter. Right on time, 150 like clockwork. So once again, we are the final day, day number 4, here at the 2024 North Carolina Long Course Age Group Championships here at the TAC in Cary, North Carolina. For all those just now joining along with us upstairs, welcome aboard. everybody who is here watching live on YouTube. Just want to say thank you for joining in with us. We know you're going to be sharing all that energy into your devices, and we could definitely feel that here at the TAC. So bring it on. With that being said, looking there is 40.79. That's Lola McGinnis starting us off right for heat number 1. Heat 2. Snap off the blocks right now is heat number 2 of 9 for the girls 10 and under 50-meter backstroke. Lane 1 is going to be Alexis Cox. Lane number 2 is going to be Annalise Groman. Lane 3, Harper Storm. Lane 4 is going to be Parker Myers. Lane 5 is Annalise Willard. Lane 6, Hadley Davis. Lane 7 is going to be Abigail Peterson. And lane number 8 is Victoria Velti. So close to the finish right there, diving home, and it goes to 40.34. That's going to be Parker Myers for swim GSA. Heat 3. Breaking out right now, heat number 3 of 9, moving right along. Lane number 1 is going to be Charlotte Mills. Lane number 2 is Avery Valesky. Lane number 3 is Charlotte Jenkins. Lane 4 is Talon Cardella. Lane number 5 is going to be Sophia Calzadilla. Lane number 6 is Avery Novak. Lane number 7 is Hannah Liu. Lane number 8 is Peyton Gan. Luau. Close photo finish right there. 0.05 of a difference. That's Charlotte Jenkins. Heat 4. Heat number 4. Lane number 1 is going to be Ella Kirby. Lane 2 is Elizabeth Holliday. Lane number 3 is going to be Alice Barrett. Lane number 4 is Caroline Kendall. Lane number 5 is Ava Bailey. Lane number 6 is going to be Grace Tucker. Lane number 7 is Olivia Souza. And lane number 8 is Avery Hunter. These girls under the flags, dropping it to the paint, taking it to the house. That is over in lane number 5, Miss Ava Bailey with a 40.59. Chirping into heat number 5. Heat number 5 breaking out right now. Lane number 1 is going to be Bridget Hockett. Lane number 2 is Riley Boyer. Lane 3, Louise Whitaker. Lane number 4 is going to be Eliana Gutierrez. Lane 5 is Arya Perez. Lane number 6, we have Kaylee Frank. Lane number 7 is Milana Akmaldiva. Lane number 8 is going to be Ava Oldham. 1 to 8, 8 to 1 as they make their way under the flags. Last couple strokes inside the paint over for this heat. Taking this one home, it goes 40.29. Nice job. Heat 6. Heat number 6. Lane number 1 is going to be Hillary Hawkins. Lane 2 is going to be Delaney Gamage. Lane number 3, Ariana Lawrence. Lane number 4 is going to be Elise Lutke. Lane number 5 is Isabella Stancombe. Lane number 6 is Kennedy Wood. Lane 7 is Anna Sammons. And lane number 8 is Bryn Kerr. Your heat winner is lane number 6. That's Kennedy Wood with a 38.96. Heat 7. Heat 7 of 9. Lane number 1 is going to be Elizabeth Van Order. Lane 2 is going to be Aria Stingley. Lane number 3 is Margot Whitaker. Lane 4, Layla Jarrell. Lane number 5 is going to be Alice Buchanan. Lane number 6 is going to be Brooklyn Chapluski. Lane number 7 is going to be Caroline Conway. And lane number 8 is Rumor Hagman. Chapluski. So close. 0.03 of a difference goes to 38.63. Caroline Conway. Heat 8. Good luck, girls. So, family and friends, Kiefer is going to be leaving at 3 o'clock. Kiefer Aquatics is going to be leaving at 3 o'clock. So, if you want to pick up any last-minute specialty items for your swimmers, kind of make sure you see Kiefer before they leave at 3 o'clock. Heat 8 in the water. Lane number 1 is Olivia. Lane 2, Caroline. Lane 3, Kaylee. Lane number 4 is going to be Molly. Lane 5, Emma. Lane 6, Tatum. Lane number 7 is Michaela. And lane number 8 is Annabelle. Boom. 38.59. Michaela Smith. The final heat, heat number 9. Heat 9, the final heat. Lane 1, Kaylee Wang. Lane number 2 is going to be Clara Jellin. Lane number 3 is Addison Miso. Lane 4, Tessa Geltima. Lane 5, Gia Saragosi. Lane number 6, Madeline Fang. Lane 7 is Reed Shaver. Lane 8, Olivia Rosette. Looks like 2 girls splitting away from the pack on this one. Super close to the finish. Diving home. It goes 34.65. Tessa. Turbine in 2, event number 78. This is now the boys 10 and under 50 back heat, 1 of 7. Heat 1 for the boys. Lane number 2 is going to be Grayson Selzer. Lane 3, Jacob Williams. Lane number 4, Lucas Key. Lane 5, Jacob Bow. And lane number 6 is Easton Dewberry. Taking Heat 1 home, that's Easton Dewberry, the hot heat winner right there. So every heat is a hot heat, once again. Swimmers, every heat is a hot heat. Heat 2. Heat number 2 off to the races. Lane number 1 is going to be Kaveen Casa. Lane number 2 is going to be Pierce Schreiber. Lane 3 is going to be Charles Zetzer. Lane 4 is Joseph Pickett. Lane number 5 is going to be Brandon Sui. Lane 6, we have Ivan Liao. That's, remember that one. Liao. Lane 7 is going to be Liam Donahue. And lane number 8 is Jackson Massey. Liao. Heat number 2 coming to a finish. Into the wall is a 40.34 by Brandon Sui. Heat 3. Heat number 3. Lane number 1, Noah June. Lane 2, David Kenny. Lane number 3 is going to be Isaiah Daniel. Lane number 4 is Ethan Cox. Lane 5 is Cooper Klutz. Lane 6 is Holden Kendall. Lane 7, that's Maverick Dame. And lane number 8, that's Mateo Salamando. Just absolutely churning and burning over here in lanes 1 and 2. Pretty close to the finish. Just white water going everywhere out there. And that is lane number 2, David Kenny with a 40.64. Answering right there, buddy. Nice work, man. Heat 4. Hammering those underwaters. Heat number 4 of 7. Lane number 1 is going to be James Hageman. Lane 2, Milo Hopper. Lane number 3, we have Caleb Duggan. Lane number 4 is going to be Liam Solomon. Lane number 5 is going to be Parker Krasovic. Lane number 6 is going to be Silas Spencer. Lane 7 is Paxton Jamil. And lane number 8 is Charles Lucenti. .63 outside lane. Lane number 1, James Hageman. Heat 5. just out there swinging away right now. Heat number 5 of 7. Lane number 1 is going to be Jude Gage. Lane 2, Caleb Gilliam. Lane 3 is Patrick Vaughn. Lane number 4 is going to be Nathan Taxon. Lane 5, Orion Norwood. Lane number 6 is going to be Graham Sutton. Lane number 7 is Wiley Cleaver. And lane number 8 is George Z. Wow, Patrick Vaughn taking that one with a 38.41. Heat 6. Heat number 6, second to last heat. Wow, 37.13, going sub 38 in this one. The final heat, heat number, sorry. Yeah, roll with that. Heat 7. Once again, currently in the water is the final heat. Heat number 7 for the guys 50 backstroke. Lane number 1 is going to be Gray Nelson. Lane 2 is Samuel Trevino. Lane 3 is Atticus Henry. Lane 4 is Badu Zhang. Lane 5 is Tristan Talwar. Lane 6 is Ethan Collis. Lane 7 is Ray Liao. And lane number 8 is going to be Grayson Sweet. Lighting it up with a 35.2. Mr. Zhang from EAC in lane number 4. Nice work, buddy. Chirping into event number 79. This is the girls 11-12 50 backstroke heat, 1 of 3. Girls 11-12, heat 1, lane 3, Gentry Whitmer. Lane 4 is Sydney Hunt. Lane 5 is going to be Marie Charles. Close finish between those 3 girls, and it goes to 34.20, Gentry Whitmer. Heat 2. Heat number 2. Lane number 1 is going to be Elizabeth Hill. Lane number 2 is going to be Catherine Henderson. Lane 3 is Emerson Rodriguez. Lane 4 is Chelsea Zhang. Lane 5, Lauren Vaughn. Lane number 6 is going to be Alexa Berg. Lane 7 is going to be Ellen Layton. What's up, buddy? Finishing strong. Lane number 4. Final heat, heat number 3. Final heat, heat number 3 underway. Lane number 1 is going to be Lydia Peterson. Lane number 2 is going to be Ava Phillips. Lane number 3 is going to be Michaela Martino. Lane number 4 is Erin Weaver. Lane 5 is Fenola Wellahan. Lane number 6, Campbell Houston. Lane number 7 is Sadie Ross. And lane number 8 is Harper Pody. Huge finish right there, 31.20. That is Erin Weaver. Sharping into event number 80. This is now the boys 11-12 50 backstroke. Potes, Harper Potes, not Potee, Potes. Event number 80, this is now the guys 11-12 50 backstroke. Lane number 2 is going to be Anderson Dickinson. Lane number 3 is Lucas Karam. Lane 4 is Martin Sanchez Moreno. Lane number 5 is going to be Akul Srivastava. And lane number 6 is Silas McHugh. 2 guys going head to head, diving into the wall that goes 32.96. Martin, nice work, buddy. Bragging rights between the teammates right there. Heat 2. Heat 2 of 3 officially underway. Lane number 1 is going to be Elijah Kiefer. Lane number 2 is Dylan Fox. Lane 3, Nathaniel Smith. Lane 4, Roman Pisanek. Pisanka. I'll say that one. Lane number 5 is going to be James Jones. Lane 6 is Jonathan Whitson. Lane 7 is going to be Banks Cooler. And lane number 8 is Andrew Zhang. 3 guys into the wall. Tie for first out of that heat. James Jones and Nathaniel Smith locking up that 32.87. I would say do it again. Heat number 3. The final heats. Lane 1, Win Copping. Lane 2 is going to be Vihan Prakash. Lane 3, Kyle Selzer. Lane 4 is Jesse Cyrus. Lane 5, Slater Spencer. Lane number 6 is Hawken Tate. Lane number 7 is going to be Bowen Hollenborg. And lane number 8 is Zayden Valentine. Walking away with that one is going to be 30.30, Jesse Cyrus. You got it, buddy. What's up, dude? What's going on? Oh, let's not jinx it. What's up, brother? Thank you. Got a couple minutes as we got our timers making our way on over to the other side. Thank you for your help, guys. So we got about 2 more minutes of a breather break while we have the timers make their way over towards the other side of the pool, because we're going to be getting into the 200 IM. You heard me say it before. I'll say it again. The IMs, 200, 400, and the 200 fly are probably one of the most diverse races ever. The 200 is probably one of my favorite to swim and compete in, but also to announce. Obviously, everybody has their strong suits. Some have their lesser strong suits. And I'll say it again, it's so much fun watching because it's kind of like an accordion. Everybody opens up, everybody comes back. Everybody opens up, everybody comes back into line. Unless you have a couple that just go taking off from the pack. What? 200 IM, so much fun to watch. So we'll be getting started here just in a moment for event number 81, which is going to be the girls 10 and under, 200 meter IM. There's going to be 7 heats total. Serving into event number 81. Once again, this is the girls 10 and under, 200 IM, heat 1 of 7. Girls, good luck. Have a great race out there. For heat number 1, lane number 2 is going to be Parker Myers from Swim GSA. Lane number 3 is going to be Luis Whitaker from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg. Lane number 3 is going to be Avery Hunter from MSA. Lane number 4 is going to be Adeline Shoemaker from TAC Titans. Lane number 5 is going to be Riley Boyer representing Infinity EAC. And you got the Riptides in lane number 7. That's going to be Grace Tucker. Finishing up 50 backstroke. Looks like Luis Whitaker currently holding lead at a 129.82, 134.21 is going to be Adeline Shoemaker, and running her top 3 at the 100 is going to be 134.83, Parker Myers. Little bit of movement out here in the field. Take a look at the board right here on the transition. About to make the turn off to the races on the last 50 free. Luis Whitaker still out there with a 233.66 right about now. 234.31 is Riley, and 234.49 Adeline Shoemaker. Huge finish over there. Looks like Louise Whitaker hammered into the wall with a 3:14.03. Parker Myers right there with her with a 3:15.34. Up next, Heat 2. So once again, currently in the water is heat number 2 of 7. Lane 1, we have Lola McGinnis. Lane 2, Hillary Hockett. Lane number 3 is Vanna Hanoyan. Lane 4 is Avery Novak. Lane number 5 is going to be Arya Perez. Lane 6, Bridget Hockett. Lane 7, we have Brianna Ager. And lane number 8, Miss Kaylee Joyce. Kaylee at the first 50, taking a 39.96. Dropping in on the 100 after the 50 backstroke. Looks like it's going to be a 130.34 for Hillary Hockett. Hi. How you doing? You must be related. You guys look alike. Hillary Hockett right now sitting at a 130.34. She split a 48.39. Looking at the split times out there, 47.88. Lola McGinnis on the chase right there. Just cruising through 50 breaststroke. Right about now, we're sitting at a 228.15. Hillary Hockett. Vanna sitting at a 229.70. 229.79. 9 hundredths of a difference. Arya Perez. Such a great race. Lead pack getting the pressure from the chase pack. Lead swimmers under the flags, hammering through the paint, taking this one home. It goes lane number 5, 3:12.18, Miss Perez. What's up, dude? Heat 3. Surprise. Heat number 3 of 7. Lane number 1, we're going to have Caroline Conway. Lane number 2 is Tatum Held. Lane number 3, Miss Ellie Wu. Lane 4 is Hannah Magner. Lane number 5 is going to be Madeline Foucher. Lane 6, Miss Helen Lugo. Lane 7 is going to be Elizabeth Gilbert. And lane number 8, Miss Ava Bailey. Tearing it up in the first 50 fly, setting the tone, setting the pace. Outside lane, lane number 1 is going to be Caroline Conway with a 40.12. Second place, Helen in lane number 6, locking up a 40.74. Running your top 3 at that first 50 is going to be a 40.91. Miss Tatum held. Just chirping their way on back. What's up, buddy? Dropping into the 100. To the wall right there is going to be a 127.72. Back half split off that 100 is a 47.60. Caroline and Tatum just cranked out the same split time between first and second position, but they tied it up off that 50 backstroke split. Caroline, 127.7, the 128.5 for Tatum. Running out your top 3 is going to be a 128.69. How we doing? Once again, like I was saying, it's so dynamic inside the 200 IM. Helen answering back right there, dropping into a 55.79 split off that 50 breaststroke, setting on a 224.48 at the 150. Second place, 227.91, locking up at 55.01. That's Hannah in lane number 4. Last couple strokes, taking it to the house, ladies and gentlemen. 3:04.99, that's Helen Liu. Chirping into heat number 4. Good luck, girls. Fresh off the blocks to the races right now is heat number 4 of 7. Once again for the girls 10 and under 200 IM. Event number 81 if you're just now joining along with us live upstairs or follow along live on YouTube for the live stream. Just want to say welcome aboard. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. Once again, currently in the water is Vivian Cassell, lane number 1. Lane number 2 is going to be Hannah Liu. Lane 3, Victoria Velty. Lane number 4 is going to be Olivia Nelson. Lane 5, Hadley Davis. Lane number 6, we have Mila Nichols. Lane number 7, Miss Anna Lee. And lane number 8, Olivia Rosette. 46.94. Took that 50 backstroke. Ripping through 50 breaststroke right now. It's going to be a 55.79. That's going to be your leader right now at the 150. That's Olivia Nelson, locking up at 222.24. Shaping up to be an all-out battle right now for that second and third position. Your lead swimmer under the flags. Hammered to the wall, 3:02.00. Olivia Nelson. Second place goes to 3:07.44. Hannah in 2. Heat 5. Breaking out once again is heat number 5 of 7. Lane number 1, we're going to have Alice Oglesby from Swim Mac. Her teammate in lane number 2 is going to be Ayla Balfour. Lane 3 is Isabella Stancombe from MSA, Mecklenburg Swim Association. Lane number 4, that's going to be Reed Shaver in the house from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg. Lane number 5 is Swim Mac with Annabelle Carter. Lane number 6 is EAC in the house with Alice Buchanan. Lane 7 is The Tide with Annalise Groman. And lane number 8 is going to be Rumor Hagman from TAC Titans. .36.86 by Reed Shaver off that first 50 fly. Under a second away from her was Alice Oglesby, 37.25, and 38.9 Isabella Stancombe. Wow, so close coming in there at the 100, sitting at a 124.59. Reed Shaver, 124.77. Isabella Stancombe at 125.50. Ayla. Like I was saying before, kind of like the accordion, right? Opens up, closes down, opens up, closes down. Pretty similar sometimes when we're watching the 200. Very dynamic race as they make their way in from the 50 breaststroke, pushing through the last couple meters over here. Lead swimmers making their way underneath the flags, just rolling high and tight over the water. Outside lane, lane number 1, Alice Oglesby answering right there, sitting at a 221.38. Close finish. Slamming into the wall over there. That is lane number 1. Alice Oglesby with a 3:03.00 right on the head. Nice job, Alice. Way to perform out there. Heat 6. Heat 6, second to last heat. Lane number 1, Miss Shirley Liao from Tech Titans. 2 is clear. Lane number 3 is going to be Michaela Smith from Tech. Lane number 4, Miss Emma Saragosi representing Life. Lane 5 from Greensboro, that's Kaylee Wang. Lane number 6 from the Waves, Elizabeth Van Order. Lane 7, the one requesting all of the Taylor Swift songs, with Miss Catherine Petrucci. And lane number 8, that's Layla Jarrell. Looking at the times there, Petrucci with a 37.41 at that first 50 fly, just getting all fired up. Reaching into the wall, Miss Petrucci. Locking up at 45.48, but looking at the field out there, I see a 44.6 and a 44.8. Petrucci with a 122.89 at the 100, 125.03, Michaela Smith, 125.42, Layla Jarrell. Van Order with a 214.65 at the 150. Petrucci 219.58. Anybody's race. Van Order taking the W. Nice job. Nice job. Final heat, heat number 7. Heat number 7, lane number 1 is going to be Tech Titans, Caroline Zhao. Lane number 2 is going to be Tech Titans, Zoe Laverne. Lane 3, Lifetime, that's going to be Collins Kim. Lane number 4, NCAC, Penelope Chow. Lane 5, Gia Saragosi from Life. Lane 6 is Molly Slawinski from The Waves. Lane number 7 is going to be Olivia Vaden from Life. And lane number 8 is Miss Clara Jellin from NCAC. Penelope Chow, 34.20. So the current NCS record is 239.18. Penelope Chow is seated at a 237.23. We're going to keep our eye on the prize. .115.30 Penelope at the 100, splitting at 41.10, dropping in at a 45.31. Penelope sitting on a 200.61. Can she come back under 39 seconds? Putting on the turbos. Firing it up inside the 15. Here we go. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Come on, Penelope. Go, go, go. Oh, my God. 1/100th of a difference. 239.18 was the record. 239.18 was the record. Penelope Chow, that was an outstanding performance. Great time, 239.19. Turbine into event number 82. Now we're on the boys, 10 and under 200 IM, heat 1 of 6. Gentlemen, good luck. Good shots, buddy. Good shots. Event number 82, once again, for the guys 10 and under 200 meter IM. Lane number 1 is going to be Lincoln Riney from Marlins of Raleigh. Lane number 2, we have Mateo Salamando from Swim Mac. Lane number 3, Reed Bumgardner representing Swim SAC. Hold on there. Shark Aquatic Club, that's where we're at. Lane number 4 is going to be Jacob Bow representing TAC, the TAC Titans. Lane number 5, we have Marlins of Raleigh, that's Theodore Green. Lane 6 is going to be Avi Mather from TAC Titans. And lane number 7 from RSA, that's Eric Yoon. Eric over in lane number 7 for RSA. After that first 100 was sitting at a 127.64. Off the wall, change in positions out there. 228.70. Theodore Green from Marlins of Raleigh in lane number 5, knocking out a 53.38. But if we're looking at split times, look at Lincoln Riney, 51.56. Or, nope, just kidding. 111, my bad. Second place, 228.83. Sitting on a 56.14. Once again, Jacob Bowell, lane number 4. Under the flags, just kicking away right now. Blowing it up in the house, Jacob Bowell with a 42.59 final split. Overall time, 3:11.42. Nice job, buddy. Lincoln, nice job, bud. Way to put in the effort. Heat 2. Full heats, 1 to 8, 8 to 1. Officially off to the races, breaking out right now, taking off on the first 50 fly. Lane 1 is going to be Dean Warariru from MSA. Lane number 2 is going to be Ridgeland Kavanaugh representing Life. Lane 3 from Swim Mac, that's Wild Towel. Lane 4 from Swim Mac, Dex Anthony. Lane number 5, that's going to be Jacob Holding representing Marlins of Raleigh. Lane 6, Tack Titans, Brian Nolan. Lane number 7 from Mac, that's Ivan Leo. And lane number 8, that's Jude Gage from Marlins of Raleigh. Dex Anthony, taking a look at these first 50 fly times, 38.27, 41.40 Ivan, and 42.07 Wilds. Three guys into the ball at the same time again. Ridgeland Kavanaugh, 47.44. with a 129.68 at the 100. 130.72 with a back half split of a 49.32. That's Ivan in lane number 7. And your top 3 at the 100 is going to be a 130.77. That's Dex Anthony. Taking a look at their seed times. Let's take a look at the top 3. Let's look at their seed times overall. I see 3:14.03 for Dex, 3:14.1 for Jacob, chirping into 3:16.0 Wilds, 3:16.1 for Brian, and for the top 5 would have been 3:16.2 for Ridgeland Kavanaugh. Obviously anybody's races, but it's always great to see where they're at on their seed times, their overall time, and at the same time, how much they can drop within a heat. So currently, 227.87 Ridgeland Kavanaugh in lane number 2 for Life with a 58.19 split. Dropping into a 56.2 split was Brian Nolan in lane 6. 57.63 was Dex Anthony. Getting down to a solid performance. Big finish as 2 swimmers are past the 2 meter. 2 swimmers are in the flags, and 1 winner, and that is lane number 2, Ridgeland Kavanaugh, locking up at 3:06.90. Heat 3. Looks like lane number 5 is clear. Lane number 1, Waves of Wilmington. That's going to be Silas Spencer. Lane 2 is Colin Hennis from the Tide. Lane number 3, we have Swim Mac. That's going to be Grayson Sweet. Lane 4 is Theodora Pinheiro from Helios, I should say. And lane number 4 once again. Lane number 6 is going to be Nazmi Bodley from Tack Titans. Lane number 7 from MSA is going to be Nathan Taxon. And lane number 8 is Jackson Massey from Marlins of Raleigh. Theodore in lane number 4, lighten it up with a 38.48. Lane number 6, Nazmi, 38.96. And rounding out your top 3 at the first 50 is going to be a 40.63. Nathan Taxon for that 50 fly. As they make their way on back for the 50 backstroke, looks like outside lane over there. I see Nathan trying to make a move over in lane number 7. On the turn, lane number 6 is going to be 47.17 Nazmi, sitting on a 126.13 at the 100. 127.90. That's going to be Nathan in 7, and 128.4 Theodore in 4. Awesome split times. 47.1, 47.2, 47.6, 47.7. Everybody underway after the 50 breaststroke. 50 breaststroke at the 150 was the 222.17 Nazmi in lane number 6. Right in the lane line over there. He's got some pressure coming in on lanes 3 and 4, bringing the heat right now. Those guys are battling, but they are bridging the gap. Can Nazmi hold his lead? Chirping away, crushing it to the wall right now is lane 6 with a 3:05.65 Nazmi, but with a 38.38, jumping into second place, 3:06 overall, is Grayson Sweet. Nice job, bro. Heat 4. Pushing through 15 meters to go. Heat number 4 of 6 for the boys 10 and under 200 IM. Lane number 1 is going to be Hudson Chappelle from the Waves. From the Gators, and lane number 2 is going to be James Hageman. Lane 3 from NCAC, that's Henry Muffler. Lane number 4 is going to be Lucas Key. Lane 5 is going to be EAC's Samuel Trevino. Lane 6 from Tack Titans, that's Ricky Lee. Lane 7 from Granite Falls, that's Hayden Hackney. And lane number 8 from the Tide, we have Charles Lee. Tearing away right now. Outside lane, Charles Lee with a 44.52 off that 50 backstroke, sitting at a 121.60. Charles, lane number 8, sitting on a 216.10 at the 150. 54.50 off that 50 breaststroke split. 220.93 Lucas Key, and 221.34 Samuel Trevino. But just having a lights out swim right now. Right on over in lane number 8, you're going to be making some noise for your boy, Charles Lee, as he hammers home with a 254.94, dropping it down from a 311.78. Just crushing that one. Nice job, buddy. Way to go. Nice work, James. Heat 5. Heat 5 is 6. Prevent number 82. Lane number 1 representing Yoda in the house. That's Benjamin Lay. Benjamin Lay. Lane number 2 is going to be the Tides with Chase Galloway. Lane number 3 is Life with Grayson Groff. Lane number 4 is going to be NCAC with Mac Gominger. Lane number 5, Greensboro in the house with Luke Mesneri. Lane number 6 is going to be Jan Liu. Lane number 7, we have Liam Solomon from Swim Mac. And lane number 8, from the Marlins of Raleigh, we have Jake Cockman. Mac in 4 from NCAC. Ripping a 36.30. But Luke and Chase, hot on the chase right now, full pun intended. Under the flags, these guys are coming in on the back half of this first 100. Tearing it up with the 50 backstroke, it's going to be I don't know about that. Matt Gominger with a 123.2. Chase Galloway with a 123.58. Three gentlemen in that lead pack. 4 guys in the chase pack right now. Looks like we might have a little bit of movement out there in that lead pack as they make their way underneath the flags, dropping into the paint over there. Reach into the wall to wrap things up for the 50 breaststroke. Looks like Luke Mesneri at the 150 with a 213.51, splitting a 49.74. 214.70 is going to be Mac Gominger, splitting a 51.48. Chase Galloway still in the mix with a 217.00. but putting his foot on the gas pedal, cruising through 2 meter. Over in lane number 5, representing Greensboro, that is Luke Masneri with a 2:52.76, your heat winner. Chase, nice work, buddy. That was awesome. 2:56.26. I saw what you're doing out there, man. I saw what you're doing. Nice work. The final heat, heat number 6. Good luck. Looks like lane number 5 is clear. So we have lane number 1, NCAC Jackson Tao. Lane number 2 is going to be Aquatic team of Mecklenburg. That's Carter McCheney. Lane number 3, Tristan Talwar from the TAC Titans, his teammate. And lane number 4, David Bao. Lane number 5 obviously is clear. Lane 6 is EAC's Badu Zhang. Lane 7 and 8 is going to be the TAC Titans with Liam Singletary in 7 and Ethan Gia in 8. Just motoring on by right now. Lane number 4, David Bao, splitting a 43.28 with a 118.97. Right there with them off that split, 43.53. Zhang in 6 with a 119.43. Running your top 3 at the 100 with a 121.82 with a 44.22 split. That's going to be Tristan in lane number 3. David Bao at the 150, reclaimed at a 210.04. Taking the heat home, ladies and gentlemen. Lane number 4, TAC Titans, David with a 249.37. 253.76, Tristan, and 254.73, Mr. Zhang. Serving into event number 83. This is on the girls 11-12, 200 IM, heat 1 of 3. Girls, good luck. Heat 1 of 3 for the girls 200 IM, 11-12-year-olds. Lane number 1, representing Swim Mac, that's going to be Amelia Robinson. Lane 2, Anna Purdue from TAC Titans. Lane number 3 is going to be Amy Lee Shaw. Sometimes I got to second guess myself. From Swim Mac. Lane number 4 is going to be Allison Slabby from Swim Mac. Lane 5 is Catherine Millsap And that's going to be from Hickory Foundation YMCA. Lane number 6, Vienna Gomez Taylor from Tack Titans. Lane 7, Mallory Smithy from Swim Mac. And lane number 8, Merritt Bass from Swim Mac. Anna Purdue with a 38.86 off that last 50. Securing that spot at the 100 with a 113.69. Anna was seated at a 2:21 in yards time. So we do have, looks like 3 girls seated with a meters time. The remainder of the field seated with the yards time. So speaking of seed times, 2:42.7 was for Allison Slavy, 2:43.28. Catherine Millsaps, and 2:43.54 for Miss Shaw. Obviously anybody's race out there. Still in the lead, we have lane number 2, Miss Anna Purdue. Feeling the pressure over on her right shoulder, but it looks like she has a big enough lead right here. Just gonna close this one down and say thank you very much, but this is my house right now. 2:36.78, Miss Anna Purdue, outstanding swim. 2:40.31, Catherine Millsaps. And that chirps into heat number 2. Heat number 2 of 3. Lane number 1 is going to be Ellen Layton from Swim Mac. Lane 2 is going to be Peyton Cossey from Yoda. Lane 3 from the Star, we have Rowan Tigu. Lane number 4, we're going to have Ava Phillips from Tack Titans. Lane 5 is going to be Swim Mac with Elsa Babini. Lane number 6 from RSA, that's going to be Campbell Houston. Lane number 7 is Ashley Hokie from Marlins of Raleigh. And lane number 8 is Cameron Klein from MSA. Miss Campbell Houston, lane number 6 from RSA, holding the lead at the 100 with a 113.41. Really close out there. 114.5 for Ava, 114.57. So 5.5 to 5.7 for Elsa. 114.67 for Ellen, and 115.6 for Peyton Cossey. Peyton and Cameron were super close as well. Cameron was 115.97. Cameron Klein. Talk about a race. These 4 girls are literally just 5 girls. Just going to battle out there, outside lanes 1 and 8, and then we have 4, 5, and 6 as well. Under the flags, Outside lane, lane number 8, Miss Cameron Klein answering back, closing that one down with a 2:36.36 and a final split of a 35.49, representing MSA. Heat 3, the final heat. Bringing us to the final heat for event number 83, the girls 11-12 200 IM. Heat number 3. Lane 1 representing NCAC, Ivy-Lynn Spruill. Lane number 2 for Yoda, that's going to be Charlotte Doyle. Lane 3, 4, 5 is going to be TAC Titans with Berkeley Barr in 3, Finola Wellahan in 4, Yixi Liao in 5. Lane number 6 is going to be Swim Mac, Chelsea Zhang. Lane number 7 is going to be Conley Johnson from EAC. And lane number 8 from RSA, Raleigh, that's Avery White. So Finola with a 110.81 at the 100, spinning a 39.09, going sub 30. I see a couple 39s out there, 39.0, 39.3, 39.0. Looking at seed times, 2:29.35 is Finola's seed time. The record is 2:22.98. Potentially, yeah. Oh, cool. Finola, 228.64. Tripping into the boys, 11-12, 200 IM, heat 1 of 4. Good luck, guys. Well played. Setting the tone at the first 50 fly is going to be a 35.68. Wyatt Matz in lane number 4 from Lifetime, North Carolina. Two guys answering back right now over his shoulder. Jonathan Whitson in lane number 7 and Caden Wolf in lane number 3. At the 100, 115.57, that's being held by Jonathan Whitson in lane 7. Looking at the whole field right now, lane number 1 from Swim Mac, we have Max Wilkie. Lane number 2 from the Marlins of Raleigh, we have John Bennett. Lane 3 from the Swim Mac, that is Caden Wolf. Lane 4, Wyatt Matz from Lifetime. Lane number 5 is going to be NCAC Jack Collins. Lane 6 from Swim Mac is going to be Caden Norman. And once again, lane number 7 from the TAC Titans is Jonathan Whitson. For the family and friends that do not have a heat sheet, after the 200 IM, we'll have, once again, a quick 3-minute breather break while the timers make their way over to the opposite side of the pool, because we're going to shape up for the 50 fly. Lane 3 with authority, closing the door and saying thank you very much, Caden Wolf. Nice job, buddy. 239.29. Heat 2. Heat number 2 of 4 for event number 84. The guys 11-12 200 IM. Lane number 1 from Smoky Mountain Aquatic Club. It's going to be Ian Wilkinson. Lane 2 from NCAC, Felix Zhao. Lane number 3 from Swim Mac, we have Tyler Hintonock. Lane number 4 from Swim Mac, that's Win Copping. Lane 5, Dylan Keys representing the Tide. Lane 6 from Swim Mac, Neil Solomon. Lane 7, Nathaniel Smith from RSA. And lane number 8 is Xavier Myatt from Swim Mac. Neil Solomon with a 33.62 at the first 50 fly. 34.51 going to be Dylan Keys. 35.04, Ian Wilkinson. $115.41, Ian Wilkinson. From Smack. I wonder if he's talking smack to himself right now. Ripping through the 50 breaststroke right now. Coming into the wall, answering back, Neil Solomon, 203.92. 204.31 is going to be Tyler in lane number 3. Top 3 at the 150 is going to be 204.41, Xavier Myatt. Unleashing the beast over there, Neil Solomon. Nice job, buddy. 239.06 with the final spread of a 35.14. Representing Swim Mac in the house. Nice shot, buddy. Heat 3. Heat 3 of 4. Moving right along in this event for the boys, 11-12, 200 IM, event number 84. If you're just now joining along with us live on the live stream, what's up? Good to have you here with us. We can definitely feel a little bit of that extra buzz in the air. And no, that's not technical difficulties. We feel all that energy that you're showing us over here. So I just want to say first and foremost, thank you for being with us. We are once again on day number 4 here at the 2024 North Carolina Long Course Age Group Championships here at the TAC in Cary, North Carolina. Once again, we're currently on heat number 3 of 4 for the boys, 11-12, 200 IM, event 84. Lane number 1 is going to be MSA's Vihan Prakash. Lane 2 from Swim Mac, that's Tony Makavariani. Lane number 3 is clear. Lane 4, Swim Mac, that's Roman Snyder. Lane number 5, 6, and 7 is going to be TAC Titans. Carson Dietrich in 5, Boyang Zhang in 6, and Landon Marujo in 7. Silas McHugh in lane number 8 from Swim Mac. Taking a look at the times, 114.03, Tony Makavariani in lane number 2 from Swim Mac, holding it down at the 100 with a back half split of a 40.41. A little bit faster off the split times, 38.16. Landon in 7, and a 40.12 is Carson in 5. And I also see 39.94 Vihan in lane number 1. Changing in positions out there. Roman Snyder from Swim Mac in lane number 4. Cranking out a 2:00.69. Just going bananas with a 44.33 50 breaststroke split. 46.3 for Landon. And a 47.04 for Carson Dietrich. But the man, the myth, the legend right now in lane number 7 is going to be Landon Marujo, answering back, dropping down to a 32.36 split for an overall time of a 2:33.40. Nice job, Landon. Heat 4, the final heat. The final heat for the boys 11-12 200 IM, event number 84. Lane number 1, Kyle Selzer from TAC Titans. Lane number 2 is going to be NCAC Leo Shea. Lane number 4, Jesse Cyrus from Swim Mac. Lane number 5 from Lifetime, that's going to be Finnegan Kavanaugh. Lane 6, NCAC Jay Zhang. Lane number 7 is going to be Waves of Wilmington, with Dakota Locke in 7. Lane number 8, Arthur Luau in with TAC Titans, once again for lane number 8. After this heat, once again, timers are going to be making your way over to the other side. We'll have a little bit of a 3-minute breather break while the timers make their way to the opposite side of the pool, shaping up for the 50 fly. Looks like we have 122 heats of the fly. Just kidding. There's only like a little over 20. Jesse Cyrus, 107.32, splitting a 36.90 over in lane number 4. Cyrus, 150.43 at the 150. With the 43.11 split after the 50 breaststroke. The field moving around out there. Jesse Cyrus blazing home, lane number 4. Unofficial times up there, but there it is. Maybe a 2:23.60. Jesse Cyrus from Swim Mac in lane number 4, taking the W. 2:27.33. Finnegan Cavanaugh. The time is officially 3:27. We have a 3-minute breather break for the timers to make your way over to the other side. Speaking of 3 minutes, a song 3 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? I got to stretch and move. I see you. Hi. Hey. It's okay. I'm real. How's it going? Family and friends upstairs, what's up, yo? Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? You guys are almost done. You're about to clock out. Cha-ching. We're out of here. We got 50 fly coming up. And then we have a couple of the relays. And y'all are about to skedaddle right up out of here. So once again, I just want to say it has been an absolute pleasure. I know we're going to be making our way just kind of halfway through this one. I'm going to say we'll be wrapping up right around 5:15-ish, somewhere around there. We'll have some of those awards. Speaking of awards, every heat is still a hot heat. So if you are a heat winner, make sure you get your prize. But speaking of prizes, I love hearing the ba, ba, ba. So if I could get a little love up in the house right now. What? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because it's so good, so good, so good. What? Amen to that. That's what I'm talking about. So we're just getting pretty close to starting up again. We are about a minute out from starting the 50 flies out there. So I know all the girls behind the block are just moving and grooving right now, trying to stay warm before they make their way out to these races. We're going to have 9 heats of the girls and looks like 9 heats of the boys. For the 10 and unders, yes. So currently right now, 1 second, is moving into event number 85. This is going to be the girls 10 and under 50 fly, heat 1 of 9. Girls, good luck. Just met Chaplesky. I'll get that right. Chaplesky, Chaplesky, Chaplesky. Heat 2. Heat number 2, lane number 1 is going to be Olivia Wise. Lane 2 is going to be Dallas Medzeve. Oh, I'm going to mess that one up. I'm not even going to go there. Lane number 3 is going to be Ellie Wu. Lane number 4 is Olivia Rosette. Lane number 5 is Ariana Lawrence. Lane number 6 is Addison Miso. Lane 7 is Gabriela Bissonette. And lane number 8 is Leticia Pasos. That's Sevilla, maybe. Okay. 39.16, Bissonette. Medzevilla, 39.78. Heat 3. Heat number 3. Lane 1, Abigail Peterson. Lane 2, Hannah Magner. Lane 3 is Alice Bartz. I gotta stop. I can't walk and talk at the same time. Lane number 4 is Brianna Agger. Lane number 5 is gonna be Milana Akmoldayeva. Lane 6 is Mary Jane Savage. Lane 7 is gonna be Eliana Gutierrez. And lane number 8 is Scarlett Tigu. .57. Chirping into heat number 4. Once again, currently in the water is heat number 4 of 9. Lane number 1 is going to be Blith Saipi. Don't even know if I said that one right. Lane number 2 is going to be Daria Nedelko. I'm not even going to do this one right now. Pushing through the 2 meter. Under the flags. 37.17. Ludke from Yoda. Where's the Yoda coach saying? Just kidding. Heat 5. Fresh off the blocks to the races once again. Heat number 5 of 9 for the girls, 50 fly for the 10-year-olds. Lane number 1 is going to be Callista Paul. Lane number 2 is going to be Shirley Leo. Lane number 3 is going to be Brooklyn Chaplewski. Lane number 4 is going to be Olivia Tolan. Lane number 5 is Rumor Hagman. Lane number 6 is Elizabeth Bacalar. Lane number 7 is going to be Hadley Davis. Lane number 8 is Isabella Alfaro. Rolling into the paint right there. The last couple strokes. Diving home it goes to lane number 4. Nice job. Olivia. Heat 6. Heat number 6. Lane number 1 is going to be Tatum Held. Lane 2 is Hillary Hawkins. Lane number 3, Bridget Hawkins. Lane 4, Ella Kirby. Lane number 5 is going to be Lola McGinnis. Lane number 6 is Harper Storm. Lane 7 is Kaylee Frank. Lane number 8 is Aria Perez. .37.02, Ella Kirby. Heat 7. cruising right along in this heat. Or this event, I should say. Lane number 1 is going to be Adeline Shoemaker. Lane number 2, Isabella Stancombe. Lane 3 is Elizabeth Gilbert. Lane number 4 is Ayla Belfour. Lane 5 is Charlotte Jenkins. Lane 6 is Emma Sarah Gossi. Lane number 7 is going to be Sophia Calzadilla. And lane number 8 is Caroline Conway. 35.60 Balfour. Heat 8. Heat number 8, second to last heat. Lane number 1 is going to be Kaylee Joyce. Lane 2, Olivia Nelson. Lane 3, Michaela Smith. Lane number 4 is going to be Peyton Can. Lane 5, Layla Jarrell. Lane number 6 is going to be Catherine Petrucci. Lane 7 is Olivia Calloway. And lane number 8 is Kaylee Wang. Photo finish right there. That is 36.69 up against the 36.82, Catherine Petrucci. Speaking of photo finish, make sure you go and see Paul Moreo. PM photo. Heat 9. Firing on all cylinders here. Heat number 9 of 9, the final heat for the girls 10 and under 50 fly. Event number 85. Lane number 1 is going to be Alice Oglesby. Lane 2, we have Madeline Fang. Lane 3 is Gia Sarah Gossi. Lane 4, Miss Collins Kim. Lane 5 is going to be Penelope Child. Lane number 6 is going to be Olivia Vaden. Lane number 7, Caroline Zhao. Lane number 8 is Reed Shaver. Reach! Oh, that was so close. Collins Kim, 32.17 up against 32.19. The record was a 31.44. So close, girls. Moving into the gentlemen. Event number 86, the boys 10 and under 50 fly. Heat 1 of 9. Gentlemen, tear it up. Heat 1 for the boys, Levi Brisky in 2, Maverick Damon 3, Kaveen Casa in 4. Lane number 5 is going to be Noah Grant. Lane 6 is Lincoln Riney. Big finish right there. That goes to 38.53, Maverick Dame. Heat 2. Once again, Heat 2 is currently in the water. I'm going to do a quick sound check here. Heat number 2. These guys inside the 2 meter, lead swimmers officially under the flags. So close out there, 38.00 right on the head. Jude, nice job, man, nice job. Heat 3. Heat number 3. Lane number 1 is going to be Noah Ju. Lane number 2 is going to be Caleb Duggan. Lane number 3 is Pierce Schreiber. Lane 4 is Theodore Green. Lane number 5 is going to be Ridgeland Kavanaugh. Lane 6 is Sebastian Vidarson. Lane number 7, William Harding. And lane number 8 is Lathan Dowell. Huge finish outside lane, lane number 8. That's Lathan Dowell with a 38.57. Heat 4. Heat number 4, working those underwaters and breaking out. This is moving right along this event. Just cruising. So speaking of cruising, right now lane number 1 is going to be Patrick Vaughn. Lane 2 is Ray Liao. Lane 3 is Jacob Williams. Lane 4 is Charles Lee. Lane 5 is Joseph Andre Scavage. Lane number 6 is David Kenny. Lane number 7 is going to be Jack Smoltkus. And lane number 8 is Nathaniel Bernelli. Bringing it home is 35.63. Moving into heat number 5. Heat number 5 once again of 9. Lane 1, Jake Cockman. Lane number 2 is going to be Dean Warariru. Lane number 3 is Eric Yun. Lane number 4 is going to be Hudson Dupree. Lane 5 we have Nathan Taxon. Lane 6 is going to be Jacob Holding. Lane 7 is going to be Henry Muffler. And lane number 8 is William Moreno. Excellent swimming out there, guys. Excellent swimming. 37.84 takes that one to the house. Eric in lane number 3 representing RSA. Nice job, guys. Heat 6. As we start making our way through 6, 7, 8, and 9, just say that the NCS record is 30.90. Currently in the water is heat number 6. Lane number 1 is going to be Jackson Massey. Lane 2, Carter McChaney. Lane 3, Atticus Henry. Lane number 4 is Wilds Howley. Lane number 5, Ivan Liao. Lane number 6 is Hayden Hackney. Lane number 7 is Ethan Gia. Lane number 8 is Liam Solomon. Taking this one home, ladies and gentlemen, goes to lane number 6. That's Hayden Hackney with a 37.36. Getting quicker. Heat 7. Under the flags, heat number 7 coming to a wrap. That's going to be a 35.46 Benjamin Lay from Yoda. Heat number 8. Heat number 8. Lane number 1 is going to be Paxton Jamil. Lane number 2, we have Wiley Cleaver. Lane number 3 is Gray Nelson. Lane 4 is Parker Krasovic. Lane number 5 is going to be Andrew Strabin. Lane 6 is Luke Mazneri. Lane 7 is Carter Brennan. And lane number 8 is Samuel Trevino. Boys behind the block, are you guys ready to tear it up out there? We're going to be cheering for you, buddy. We're going to be cheering for you guys. Taking that heat home, ladies and gentlemen, is a 34.55 Wiley Kleber. Chirping into the final heat. Can I get more cowbell, please? Hit me with that cowbell. Crushing it off the block. Breaking out right now is the final heat, heat number 9 for the boys. 10 and under 50 fly. Lane number 1 is going to be Maxton Davis. Lane 2, Liam Singletary. Lane number 3, we have David Bao. Lane 4 is Tristan Talwar. Lane number 5 is going to be Badu Zhang. Lane number 6, Mac Gominger. Lane number 7, we have Dex Anthony. Lane number 8 is Trent Teo. And taking this straight to the house and saying thank you very much. That's a 33.11 Tristan Talwar. Nice job, guys. 11-12 girls, 50 fly, heat 1 of 3. Heat 1, Swim Mac in 3 and 4, with Sophia Ruiz in 3 and Peyton Christian in 4. Alexa Berg from the Waves in lane 5. Nice job, Peyton. 32-1-4, 32-3-7. Heat 2. Lane number 1, we're going to have Harper Pote. Lane number 2 is going to be Mallory Smithy. Lane number 3 is Lydia Peterson. Lane 4, Claire Higgins. Lane number 5 is Eleanor Roberts. Lane number 6, we have Miss Molly Na. Lane 7, Greta Hawkins. And lane number 8, Miss Sadie Ross. Lighting it up in that one is going to be a 31.26. Taking the heat home, Claire Higgins. Final heat, heat number 3. The final heat for the girls 11-12-50 fly. Lane number 1 is going to be Catherine Millsaps. Lane 2 is Ivy Lynn Spruill. Lane 3 is Cameron Klein. Lane 4 is Yixi Liao. Lane number 5 is going to be Elsa Babini. Lane number 6 is Ellen Layton. Lane number 7 is Conley Johnson. And lane number 8 is Chelsea Zhang. Taking the W is a 29.72 Miss Yixi Liao. Chirping into the gentlemen, heat 1 of 6. Guys, good luck. for heat number 1 on the guys, 11, 12-year-old, 50 fly. Lane number 1 is going to be Andrew Chillum. Lane number 3, I think I said. I don't remember what I'm saying anymore. Lane number 4 is going to be Langdon Bailey. And lane number 5 is Anderson Dickinson. Anderson, nice shot, buddy, 32.60, 7/100ths of a difference. Langdon. That was close. E2. Blowing it up in heat number 2, it's going to be a 30.91 Miles Aries. Heat 3. Five is clear on this one. Lane number 1 is going to be Charles Zhu. Lane number 2 is Charles Blakely. Lane 3, we have Austin Alamo. Lane number 4 is going to be Liam Hennis. Lane 5, once again, is clear. Lane 6 is William Netherton. Lane 7, we have V. Vahan Matsakyan. Vahan Matsakyan. And lane number 8 is Eric Wen. Winning that heat, 31.98, William Netherton. Heat 4. .04, Andrew Zhang from TAC Titans. Heat 5. Second to last heat on this one. For event number 88, the guys 11, 12, 50 fly. Lane number 1 is going to be Ryan No. Lane 2, Miles Simpson. Lane number 3, we have Benjamin Gillespie. Lane number 4 is Banks Cooler. Lane number 5 is going to be Hawk and Tate. Lane 6 is Eden Warariru. Lane number 7 is going to be Leo Shea. And lane number 8 is Marco Hernandez Rodriguez. 31.23, blowing it up out there, guys. Hawk and Tate. 31.28, Banks Cooler. 31.7, no, Ryan No. Here we go, guys. Final heat, heat number 6. The NCS record is a 27.82. Lane number 1, we have James Jones. Lane number 2 is Zayden Valentine. Lane 3, Sebastian Helms. Lane 4, Jesse Cyrus. Lane 6 is Griffin Riney. Lane 7, Dylan Fox. And lane number 8 is Neil Solomon. And making their way through the 2-meter. Lead swimmer under the flags, Diving home 29.07. That's going to be Jesse Cyrus representing Swim Mac in the house, blowing it up, buddy. Atta boy, dude. Atta boy. So once again, it is right now 3:58. We'll have 3 minutes to make the timers back on over. So 3:58. 4, 4, 1. Who we cheering for? I want to know. For Yoda? No? Are they in the next heat? Okay. I'll be watching you, dude. I'll be watching. I'll be calling it out. I'll make sure. I got you. Speaking of calling it out, we have just shy of 2 minutes. Can you guys hear that up there? Kind of, sort of, maybe? They've been working through a little bit of the audio down here, but swimmers, less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. Then we're going to get started with the 100 freeze. So as order of events for the rest of the midday session, we're going to get into 100 free, then the 200 free relay, and then you're out of here. Tripping into event number 89. This is the girls 10 and under 100 free heat 1 of 6. Girls, good luck. Heat number 1 of 6. Lane number 1 is going to be Brooklyn Chapleski. Lane number 2 is going to be Elizabeth Becklar. Lane number 3, Madeline Heinley. Lane 4 is Louise Whitaker. Lane number 5 is going to be Avery Valeski. Lane number 6, Peyton Gann. Lane number 7 is going to be Annalise Groman. Once again, order of events, we're going to be getting through the 100 freeze, and then we're going to finish off with some relays. That's finito. .05 if we're looking at that first 50, Avery Valeski. And lane number 5, 37.14 was Brooklyn, and 37.26 Annalise. 2 girls splitting out from the pack, and it looks like outside lane, taking that to the house, Brooklyn. Nice job. For the back half split of a 39.51, an overall time of a 116.65. Heat 2. Heat number 2, full boat on this one, 1 to 8, 8 to 1. Lane number 1, we have Hadley Davis from Swim Mech. Lane number 2 from MSA is going to be Elizabeth Gilbert. Lane 3, Harper Storm from Swim Mech. Lane 4, from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, that's Olivia Calloway. Lane number 5 is going to be RSA's Gabrielle Bissonette. Lane 6 and 7 is going to be Swim Mech with Alice Oglesby in 6 and Sloan Brunelli in 7. Lane number 8, Tatum Held from MSA. Huge finish over there. Lane number 7 taking that one home is going to be Sloan Brunelli from Swim Mech with a 115.90 up against the 115.99 Gabriella Bissonette. Heat number 3. Heat number 3, halfway through this event for the girls 10 and under 100 free, event number 89. Lane number 1 is going to be Swim Fanatics, Ella Kirby. Lane 2, Star Aquatics, is Scarlett Tigu. Lane number 3 is going to be Sofia Calzadilla representing TAC Titans. Lane number 4 from Swim Mac is going to be Ayla Belfour. Lane 5, Delaney Gamage from Marlins of Raleigh. Lane number 6 is Mila Nichols from RSA. Lane number 7 is going to be Elizabeth Van Order from the Waves, and lane number 8 is Helen Luau. Just tearing it up over in lane number 7. She was seated at a 118.40 and just cranking it down to a 112.23 and a back half split of a 36.93. Elizabeth Van Order. Heat 4. Four of 6. Lane number 1 is going to be Parker Myers representing Swim GSA. Lane number 2 is going to be Kennedy Wood from Marlins of Raleigh, her teammate. And lane number 3 is Ariana Lawrence. Lane number 4 is going to be Hannah Luau from Attack Titans. NCAC is going to be in 5 and 6 with Catherine Petrucci in 5 and Eliana Gutierrez in 6. Lane number 7 is going to be Milana Akmoldeva from Life. And lane number 8 is Lola McGinnis from Swim Mac. Turning on the back half juice right here. But sitting off that first 50 was 35.84 Catherine Petrucci. Still holding the lead right now. It's going to be a battle for that second and third spot right here because Catherine Petrucci hammering home with a 113.83, representing NCAC. Nice job. Moving into heat number 5. Splashing into heat number 5 of 6. Lane number 1 is going to be Addison Miso from the Waves of Wilmington. Lane 2 is going to be Kaylee Wang from Greensboro. Lane number 3 is Madeline Fang from MSA. Lane 5 is going to be Olivia Vaden representing Lifetime. Lane 6 is Molly Slawinski from the Waves. Lane number 7 is going to be Miss Ava Bailey representing Asheville Jewish. Lane number 8 is going to be Rumor Hagman from the TAC Titans. Molly Slawinski, lane number 6 at the 50, but the pressure is on right now. Lane number 3, Madeline Fang, trying to represent out there. They're both through the 2 meter. Under the flags, breathing in the paint, and taking that one home. Madeline Fang answering back, don't call it a comeback. I'm just getting warm. 110.95. Heat 6, the final heat. Good luck, girls. Breaking into heat number 6 right now. This is the final heat for event number 89. The girls 10 and under 100 free. If you're just joining in now, where have you been? It's good to have you. But with that being said, we are on the final heat of the girls 10 and under 100 free. Lane number 1 from the TAC Titans is going to be Zoe Laverne. Lane 2 from EAC Infinity Aquatic Club, that's Alice Buchanan. Lane number 3 from CVAC is Catawba's Vivian Cassell. Lane number 4 is going to be Tessa Geltima. Lane 5 is Collins Kim from Lifetime. Lane number 6 is Swim Max Olivia Nelson. Lane 7 is MSA's Isabella Stancombe. And lane number 8 from Swim Mac, Miss Annabelle Carter. Locking up that first 50 with a 31.44, Tessa. 32.37 is going to be Collins Kim. And the third off that 50 was 33.73, Olivia Nelson. But just ripping this one apart. An animal out there, lane number 4, Tessa, with a 105.41 and a back half split of a 33.97. That was close to the record, too. Girls, nice job. Event 90, this is now the boys 10 and under. 100 free, heat 1 of 9. So it looks like a heat for bragging rights right about now. Where's Chris? Where's Coach Chris? Is he out there? So NCAC holding it down in heat number 1. Jackson Tao in 3. Mac Gominger in 4. And Henry Muthler. Hope I'm saying that one right. I've been bouncing back and forth. Is it Muthler? Okay. From NCAC in 5. So out in 35, that's going to be Mac. 36.3 is Jackson, and 36.9 is Henry. Great race out there for these guys. Once again, it's going to be bragging rights for these 3. Just open water out there and going head to head to head battling. Lane 4 breathing bilaterally, looking over at the competition for these guys and seeing where everybody's at. Putting his head down and going straight to the wall once he's underneath the flags. That's what I'm talking about. 115.16, Mac Gominger. Nice job, buddy. Heat number 2. Good luck. Heat number 2 for the guys 10 and under, 100 free. Lane 2 is going to be Liam Donahue from RSA. Lane 3 is going to be Silas Spencer from the Waves of Wilmington. Lane number 4 is NCAC's Pierce Schreiber. Lane 5 from Star Aquatics, Trent Teo. Lane number 6 from TAC Titans, Jacob Bow. And lane number 7 is Holden Kendall representing RSA. There you go, buddy. There you go. Head down right to the finish. Star Aquatics with a 117.19. Trent Teo. Nice work, dude. Heat 3. Heat number 3 of 9. Lane 1 from MSA, that's going to be Orion Norwood. Lane 2 is going to be Lucas Key representing TAC Titans. From Evo, that's going to be Maverick Dame. And lane number 3. Lane number 4 from Mecklenburg Swim Association, Sebastian Vidarson. Lane number 5 from RSA, that's going to be Jackson Spanhockey. Lane number 6 from Swim GSA is going to be Cooper Klutz. Lane 7, Nathaniel Brunelli from Swim Mac. And from Gaston Gators, that's going to be James Hageman. And lane number 8. Yo, who put a little juice in his kick out there? Lane number 5 going lights out with a 112.48 on a back half of 38.50. Nice job, man. Nice job. Lane number 5, Jackson Spanhockey, dropping down from a 120. Dropping 8 seconds off 100. What? Heat 4. Fresh off the blocks right now, once again, heat number 4 of 9. Lane number 1 is going to be Landon Alamo from RSA. Lane 2, Jacob Holding from Marlins of Raleigh. Lane 3 is Swim Mac with Mateo Salamando. Lane 4, Colin Hennis from Tide. Lane number 5 is going to be Yoda's Jack Reynolds. Lane 6 is Marshall Naltmeyer from Alamance. Lane number 7 is going to be John Malaznik from NCAC. And lane number 8 is going to be David Kennedy from the Waves. New Waves swim team. Lighten it up at the 50 with a 35.64. That's going to be Jack Reynolds taking the whole shot right there for Yoda in lane number 5. 36.0, Marshall Naltmeyer. And lane number 4 is going to be a 36.48. Rounding your top 3 at the 50 with Colin Hennis. At the 15, we'll start seeing a little bit of movement out there. Take a look. Oh, that's going to be so close. Just keep going, man. Keep going. Charge, dude. Charge. Wow. 116.41, Jack Reynolds. 116.70, Colin Hennis. Colin was moving, buddy. Heat 5. Here we go, heat number 5. Lane number 1 from Lifetime, that's going to be Ridgeland Kavanaugh. Lane number 2 from Greensboro, that's going to be George Z. Lane number 3 from Yoda, that's Benjamin Lay. Lane number 4 from RSA, that's Owen Lopiccolo. Lane number 5 from Swims GSA, we have Matisse Schaubin. Lane 6, Ray Liao from Tac Titans. Lane number 7 from MSA, that's Carter Brennan. And lane number 8 from the Marlins of Raleigh, we have Jude Gage. .35.51, looks like maybe some unofficial times out there. Who's the back half swimmer on these hundreds? Just cruising through the finish right there is going to be Benjamin Lay from Yoda with a 115.03. Benjamin seated at a 118. Heat 6. Breaking out once again, heat number 6. Wow, that just got really loud. Lane number 1 is going to be Jackson Massey from Marlins of Raleigh. Lane number 2 is Jack Smoltkis from the Badfish. Lane number 3 is going to be Ivan Liao. I even wrote that one down, Liao. Lane number 4 is going to be Hudson Chappelle. Lane 5 is Anderson Swiestak. Lane 6, Atticus Henry. Lane number 7 is going to be Parker Krasovic. Or Krasovic. And lane number 8, Ethan Gia. Hudson, 35.88 at the 50. But once again, as we keep seeing it, they're going as hard as they can into that first wall, but it's always that game of who has the back half off that wall, bringing it home for the 100. Bringing it home right now underneath the flags. We got 2 guys trying to make the charge, and it goes to 116.14. Hudson representing the Waves. Heat 7. Heat 7 of 9. Lane number 1 is going to be Rocco Murray representing Swim Mac. Lane 2 is going to be Patrick Vaughn from Lifetime. Lane 3, Swim Mac. Lane 4, Swim Mac. We have Grayson Sweet in 3, Milo Hopper in 4. Jan Liu in lane number 5 from TAC Titans. Lane number 6 is going to be Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg with Carter McChaney. Lane number 7 is going to be Theodore Pinheiro from Helios. And lane number 8 is going to be Dex Anthony from Swim Mac. Two boys under the flags. One winner, it goes to lane number 4, Milo Hopper, representing Swim Mac with a 112.31. Nice job, Milo. Crushing out there, dude. Heat 8. Some good old-fashioned starts right there. Heat number 8 of 9 for the guys, 10 and under 100 free. Lane number 1 is going to be Swim Mac with Maxon Davis. Lane 2 is Tack Titans, that's Gray Nelson. Lane 3 from the Riptides, or I should say Tide right there, is going to be Chase Galloway. Lane number 4 from the Marlins of Raleigh, we have Jake Cockman. Lane 5 from EAC Infinity Aquatic Club, that's Samuel Trevino. Lane number 6 from RSA Raleigh, that's Jacob Williams. Lane 7 from the Tide, Charles Lee, just popping off at 32.89. And lane number 8 from Swim Mac, that's Easton Dewberry. 34.25, Samuel Trevino, and lane number 5 taking up that second spot for the 50. And at 34.78 for Chase Galloway. And lane number 3 for the 1, 2, and 3 at the first 50 free. Just ripping it up over there in lane number 7, taking that one straight to the house with a 110.04. That's Charles Lee. The final heat, heat number 9. Good luck, guys. Just getting hype out there. That's like one of my favorite things. Everybody literally just shaking it off. They're like, I got this, man. I got this. Just about to go into beast mode out there. Lane number 1 and 2 is going to be Tack Titans. How you doing? Good to see you. Tack Titans in 1 and 2 with Liam Singletary in 1 and Nazmi Bodley. Is that Bodley or Bodley? Bodley in 2. Luke Mesneri in 3 from Greensboro. Tack in 4 with David Bow. Lane number 5 is going to be Swim Mac with Ethan Cowlis. Lifetime in lane number 6 with Grayson Groff. Lane number 7 and 8 is going to be MSA Mecklenburg Swim Association with Paxton Jamil in 7 and Nathan Taxon in 8. The NCS record is a 104.63. It's somewhat plausible right now because we have a 32 point out there. 2 guys splitting apart at the 2 meters. 2 under the flags. Your 1 winner goes to lane number 5, Ethan Cowlis with Swim Mac with a 108.79. Wow, guys. Speaking of bringing the thunder, we're getting into the relays. Now the relays get loud, and if this is your first time, saddle up. We're chirping into event number 91, the girls 11, 12, 100 free. So like I was saying, the relays are coming up after the 100, and they get absolutely bananas in here. Once again, it gets so loud, it's so much fun, so we're going to roll through that together. But currently in the water right now is going to be the girls 11, 12, 100 free. We'll get to the guys, and then we're going to roll into those relays. Lane number 2 is going to be Peyton Christian from Swim Mac. Lane number 3 is Olive Gage from Marlins of Raleigh. Lane 4 is Lydia Peterson from MSA. Lane 5 is Molly Na. Lane number 6 is going to be Amelia Robinson from Swim Mac. Looking at the heat sheet, it might be showtime in heat number 3. It'll be fun to watch. Taking that one home is going to be 103.76. That's Peyton Christian from Swim Mac in lane number 2. Heat 2. breaking out right now, heat number 2 of 3 for event 91. Once again, the girls 11, 12, 100 free. Lane 1 is going to be Swim Mac with Sydney Hunt. Lane number 2 is going to be Anna Purdue from TAC Titans. Lane 3, Ivy Lynn Spruill from NCAC. Star Aquatics in lane number 4 with Rowan Tigu. Lane 5, Swim Mac, Sophia Ruiz. Lane 6 from Helios, that's Harper Pote. Lane 7 is TAC Titans, Riley Green. And lane number 8 is Granite Falls, Michaela Martino. Once again, the NCS record for this event is going to be 59.31. 59.31. Heat number 3, I'm expecting fireworks out there. Speaking of fireworks, lane number 2, lighting that one up with the 103.77, Miss Anna Purdue. The final heat, heat number 3. Good luck, girls. Fresh off the blocks is the final heat, heat number 3 for the girls 100 free 11, 12-year-olds. Event number 91. Once again, eye on the prize, 59.31. Why do I keep saying that? Because 2 girls are seated at a 100. Right now, looking through the field, lane number 1, we have Avery White from RSA. Lane number 2 from Yoda, we have Peyton Cossey. Lane 3 from Carolina Aquatic Team, that's Aaron Weaver. Lane number 4 is going to be Yixi Liao. Lane 5 is Fenola Wellahan from Tech. Lane number 6 is going to be Marlon Savrali with Ashley Hokie. Lane number 7 is Charlotte Doyle from Yoda. Lane number 8 is going to be Campbell Houston from RSA. And looking at the times, 28.61 at that 50. Oh, 59.31 is the prize. Can we go sub that? 59.15 is a new NCS record for Miss Fenola Wellahan, and the crowd goes wild. Outstanding performance, girls. Fenola, nice job. Chirping into the gentlemen. Heat 1 of 6. Guys, have a great race. It's always interesting when you get to some of the earlier heats or swim-offs, there's a little bit that additional anticipation that goes on. Why? Because it's usually 2 or 3 going head to head out there and just looking through the vastness of that water. It just adds a little bit of that extra oomph out there. So out in a 31.4 is going to be Neil Solomon. 31.5 is going to be Weston Konradsky. And 31.6 is Anderson Dickinson. Let's see what they bring it back in. Just blowing up out there. Lane number 4, 104.68. Back half split of a 33.24. Nice job, Neil. Nice job. Heat 2. Moving right into heat number 2. Lane number 1 is going to be Benjamin Gillespie from EAC. Infinity Aquatic Club. Lane number 2 is going to be the Waves with Alexander Slivka. Lane number 3 is going to be Eli Shiosaki from ECA. Lane number 4, 5, and 6, TAC Titans in the house with Dylan Fox in 4, Boyang Zhang in 5, and Lucas Bonner in 6. Levi Liddell in 7 from the Fish. And in lane number 8 from Swim Mac, we have Mason Mullenauer. Big finish out there, guys. 104.4 or 105.47 is Lucas Bonner. 105.82 Zhang. 106 Fox. Heat 3. I almost got confused for a second. I was waiting for lane number 7 to pop up. I was like, yo, work on those underwaters. 7's not there. Anywho, lane number 1 is going to be Griffin Riney from Marlins of Raleigh. Lane 2 from Smack, Smoky Mountain, Ian Wilkinson. Lane number 3 from Marlins of Raleigh, we have Colin Bediner. Lane number 4 from NCAC is going to be Crosby Wilbur. Lane 5 from the TAC Titans, that's Andrew Zhang. Lane number 6 is Akul Srivastava. And lane number 8 is Xavier Mayat. Yo, 103.80, chopping on 33.11, Andrew Zhang. Heat 4. Heat number 4. Lane number 1 is going to be Yoda's Ellis Carroll. Lane 2, we have the Marlins with Bowen Hollenborg. Lane 3 from the Tide, that's Hawk and Tate. Lane 4 from TAC Titans, that's Kyle Selzer. Lane number 5 is going to be Martin Sanchez Moreno. Lane number 6 is Banks Cooler from Swim Mac. Lane number 7 is going to be RSA's Nathaniel Smith. And lane number 8 is going to be Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Andrew Chillum. That'll wake you up, dude. You know what I'm saying? That'll wake you up. 102.09, Kyle Selzer. Heat 5. All right, so I see a lot of orange shirts up there. So speaking of which, where's Tony's family? Tony's family, Tony. Over there? Tony's family, or are you just waving? Oh, hey. Not waving to me. Just kidding. Lane number 1 is going to be Vihan Prakash from MSA. Lane number 2 is going to be Clayton Chia from TAC Titans. Lane number 3, Tony Makavariani from Swim Mac. His teammate, lane 4, Zayden Valentine. Lane number 5 is going to be NCAC Leo Shea. Lane 6 and 7 is going to be the Marlins with Lucas Karam in 6 and John Bennett in 7. Greensboro in lane number 8 with William Netherton. A 102.91, getting closer, going to sub 00. That was Tony Macavariani. Nice job, buddy. The final heat, heat number 6. Good luck. Effie is not here. Lane number 2, Yoda's Miles Aris. So is it Aries or Aris? Lane number 3 is going to be NCAC Jay Zhang. Lane 4, Waves of Wilmington. That's Slater Spencer. Lane number 5 is Finnegan Cavanaugh representing Lifetime. Tack Titans in 6 and 7 with Landon Marujo in 6 and Arthur Luau in 7. Dakota Locke in 8 from the Waves of Wilmington. Just white water going everywhere for these guys. Under the flags, just hammering through the paint. Looks like outside in lane number 2. That's going to be Miles representing Yoda, popping off of 59.44, going sub 00. Finnegan going sub 00 with a 59.92. Nice job, guys. Time to break out the Hammer Brothers, Sledge and Jack. You know what I'm saying? Hammer time. Hammer time. So like I was saying, moving into the 200 free relays, these do get loud and it's highly encouraged because this is how we end things, on a high note. So family and friends, you ready? Yeah. Swimmers, y'all ready? Yeah. Time to blow it up in the house because we are getting into the relays. This is some of my favorite events because this gets absolutely bananas. Chirping into event number 93. This is the girls 10 and under 200 free relay heat. 1 of 3 girls. Have a great race. Here we go. Off to the races. Lane number 2. Swim Mac. That's Victoria Velti. Lane number 3 is going to be Tack Titans Helen Luau. Lane number 4 is going to be NCAC. That's Lucy Noel. Lane number 5 is Niels Callista Paul. Lane number 6 is Tack Titans with Ellie Wu. Lane number 7 is Swim Mac with Olivia Tolan. On the transition, up and away. Second swimmers officially underway. Lane number 2 is going to be Hadley Davis. Lane number 3 is Sophia Calzadilla. Lane number 4 is going to be Hannah Clark. Lane number 5 is Lydia Jones. Lane 6, Vanna Hanoyan. Lane number 7 is going to be Anna Sammons. It's one of those events where literally you just redline the whole way. Like literally, there's nothing stopping you. You just go as fast as you can. Primarily take as little breaths as possible, but you are literally going just all out. Everybody officially underway for the third swimmer out there. Lane number 2 is going to be Brianna Ager. Lane number 3 is going to be Ava Oldham. Lane number 4 is Anna Lee. Lane 5 is Phoebe Thomas. Lane number 6 is Annalise Willard. And lane 7 is Hannah Magner. One breath. That's all you're allowed. One breath. I like challenging the family and friends upstairs sometimes. When you see the swimmer jump in, see if you can hold your breath. Cautiously. Taking it home right now are the anchors of the relay. Lane number 2 is going to be Sloan Brunelli. Lane number 3 is going to be Bridget Hockett. Lane 4 is Ellery Lukin. And lane number 5 is Arya Stingle. Lane number 6 is Hillary Hockett. And lane number 7 is Anna Salmons. And taking this one straight to the house is lane number 3. The Attack Titans, their C relay with a 223.50. Nice job, girls. 224.13 is going to be Titans D, and 224.71 is Swim Mac, their D relay. Heat 2. Fresh off the block and breaking out heat 2 of 3. Lane number 1 is going to be Yoda, and that's Elizabeth Bacalar. Lane number 2 is going to be Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg with Margot Whitaker. Lane number 3 is going to be Swim Mac with Harper Storm. Lane number 4, EAC, is Dallas Medsavil. Oh, I'm not even going to try that one again. Lane number 5 is going to be The Waves with Elizabeth Holiday. Lane number 6 is Swim GSA, Caroline Conway. Lane 7 is RSA's Mia Nichols, and lane number 8 is MSA's Elizabeth Gilbert. Swim GSA tearing it up with the first 50 of a 34.27. Second swimmers in the water. Lane 1, Langston Berryman. Lane number 2, Avery Novak. Lane 3, Aria Perez. Lane 4 is going to be Madeline Braden. Lane 5, we have Elizabeth Van Order. Lane 6, Olivia King. Lane 7, Ailey White. And lane number 8 is Mackenzie Panther. Little bit of movement out there. Looks like lane number 5 about to take the transition. Up and away. That's going to be Alice Barrett in lane number 5 right now. They're currently seated at a 109.26 at the 100. Lane number 1, Lucy Perionowski. Lane number 2 is going to be Olivia Calloway. Lane number 3 is Madeline Heinley. Lane 4, Riley Boyer. Lane 5 is Alice Barrett. Lane 6 is Madeline Foucher. Lane 7 is Caroline Kendall. Lane number 8 is Avery Hunter. Anchors away. Want to say all of our anchors are officially underway. Lane number 1 is going to be Elise Lutke. Lane 2 is going to be Lily Neal. Lane number 3 is Lola McGinnis. Lane 4 is Alice Buchanan. Lane number 5 is Molly Slowinski. Lane 6, Parker Myers. Lane number 7 is Gabrielle Bassinet. Lane number 8 is Tristan Callahan. Taking that home is lane number 5, the Waves. With a 216.51. 222.01 is Swim Mac, their B, and 222.02, 1/100th of a difference, Infinity Aquatic Club. Heat 3, the final heat. Heat 3, the final heat for the girls 10 and under 200 free relay. Lane number 1 is going to be the Marlins with Ariana Lawrence. Lane number 2 is NCAC Penelope Chow. Lane number 3 is Swim Mac Annabelle Carter. Lane number 4 is going to be Lifetime Collins Kim. Lane 6 is Tessa Geltima. Lane number 7 is going to be Adams Reed Shaver. Lane number 8 is MSA's Madeline Fang. And lane 8 is Tack Titans Michaela Smith. On the transition, 29.89. That's going to be Tack Titans in lane number 5. Looking at everybody in the field right now, we're going to have lane 1, Kennedy Wood. Lane 2, Clara Jellin. Lane number 3 is going to be Ayla Belfour. Lane number 4 is Gia Saragossi. Lane 5 is Caroline Zhao. Lane number 6 is Layla Jarrell. Lane number 7, Isabella Stancombe. And lane number 8, Michaela Smith. 2 girls pulling out in the lead right there over in lanes 4 and 5. 4 in, 5 in. Third swimmers making the transition into the water right now. We have 1 and 8 officially in as well. Lane 1, Delaney Gamage. Lane number 2 is Catherine Petrucci. Lane number 3, Alice Oglesby. Lane number 4 is Milana Akmoldeiva. Lane number 5 is Hannah Luau. Lane number 6 is going to be Avery Valesky. Lane 7 is Tatum Held. Lane number 8 is Adeline Shoemaker. Anchors. Anchors away. Here we go. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime. Bring the fireworks out there. Lane number 1 is Madison Hughes. Lane number 2, Eliana Gutierrez. Lane number 3 is Olivia Nelson. Lane number 4, Olivia Vaden. Lane 5 is Zoe Laverne. Lane number 6 is Louise Whitaker. Lane number 7 is Kaylee Joyce. And lane number 8 is Olivia Rosette. Inside the 2 meter. 2 swimmers under the flags, and taking this to the house, ladies and gentlemen, is Lifetime in lane number 4 with a 2:08.47. Wow. Anybody else's ears ringing after that one? I told you. It's so good. So good. Nice work, girls. Titans in second out of that one with the 2:09.77, and NCAC rounding your top 3 with a 2:12.42. Chirping into the boys, 94, 10 and under, 200 free relay, heat 1 of 3. Boys, good luck. Here we go. Moving right into the gentlemen. 10 and under, 200 free relay. Event number 94. This is heat 1, once again, of 3. Lane number 1 is going to be Nathaniel Brunelli. Lane number 2 is Parker Krasovic. Lane number 3 is Levi Brisky. Lane number 4, Coleman McCheney. Lane number 5 is going to be Charles Zetzer. Lane number 6 is Samuel Trevino. Lane number 7 is Lucas Key. And lane number 8 is Grayson Selzer. On the transition, looks like EAC taking that first 50 with a 32.53. Currently in the water, looks like we have everybody in. Lane number 1 is going to be, I don't have lane 1. Lane 2 is going to be Liam Sullivan. Lane number 3 is Walter Miller. Lane number 4, Carter Novak. Lane 5 is Ryan Zarambo. Lane number 6 is going to be Caleb Dugan. Lane number 7 is Jacob Bow. And lane number 8 is Avi Mather. In the water, third swimmers, James Largent in 1, Grayson Sweet in 2, Max Kimmins in 3, William Dubiel in 4, Dean Warariru in 5, Jonas No in 6, Ricky Lee in 7, and Noah Ju in 4, or 8. Man. Here we go, anchors. Here we go. Time to light it up in here. anchors in the water. Lane number 1 is going to be Brandon Soyi. Lane number 2 is going to be Ivan Liao. Lane number 3 is going to be Max Gimmons. Lane number 4, Charles Lucenti. Lane 5, Ethan Frazier. Lane number 6, Badu Zhang. Lane number 7 is going to be Ethan Gia. Lane number 8 is Brian Nolan. And taking that home with a 2:19.10, that's EAC Infinity Aquatic Club. Nice job, guys. Well played. Way to go to work out there, buddy. Nice job. Heat 2. Heat number 2. Looks like lane number 1 is clear. Lane number 2, we have Jackson Massey. Lane number 3 is going to be Daniel Zarzar. Lane number 4 is going to be Hudson Jabri. Lane number 5 is going to be Carter McChaney. Lane 6, Jackson Spin Hockey. Lane number 7 is going to be Landon Alamo. And lane number 8 is Pierce Schreiber. Lane number 2 is going to be Cooper Kivra. I think I said that right. Lane number 3 is going to be Christopher Lother. Lane number 4 is going to be David Kennedy. Lane number 5, Wiley Kleber. Lane number 6 is Jacob Williams. Lane 7 is Liam Donahue. And lane number 8 is going to be Kason Su. 2 guys coming into the wall. Right off that transition. Going to start looking through everybody's names here. All swimmers are in. Lane number 1, we're going to have Lincoln Briney. Lane number 2, Boston Bueller. Lane 3, Noah Grant. Lane number 4 is Luke Watkins. Lane 5, Luke Watkins. 6, Austin Hatt. 7, Owen Lopiccolo. And lane number 8 is Colton Blazer. All the anchors are in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just blazing away out there. Lane number 2 is going to be Theodore Green. Lane number 3 is Benjamin Lay. Lane number 4 is Hudson Chappell. Lane number 5 is going to be Cole Lux. Lane 6 is Eric Yoon. Lane 7 is Holden Kendall. Lane number 8 is John Malaznik. Your Heat 2 winners are lane number 4, New Wave Swim Team. The Waves represent. Nice job, guys. 217.93, 218.99. Aquatic team of Mecklenburg. And rounding your top 3 with the 221.80. That's going to be RSA Raleigh. Heat 3. Heat number 3. Lane number 1 is going to be Jacob Holding. Lane 2, Mac Gominger. Lane number 3 is going to be Paxton Jamil. Lane number 4 is going to be David Bow. Lane 5, Milo Hopper. Lane number 6 is Charles Lee. Lane 7 is Gray Nelson. Lane number 8 is Anderson Swiestak. The current record is a 2:03.33. Wrapping into the first 50. Looks like we're going to have 31.52. That's going to be TAC Titans in lane number 4. Currently in the water, second swimmers, we're going to have Jake Cockman in 1, Henry Muthler in 2, Carter Brennan in 3, Nazmi Bodley in 4, Maxon Davis in 5. We have Chase Galloway in 6, Atticus Henry in 7, and Easton Dewberry in lane number 8. Those guys are just cranking right on through the 15-meter mark right there. We have 4 guys now, 3 at the 2, and 3 into the flags. Really interesting to see the dynamic, the last couple of strokes, how it just really starts to open up sometimes just a little bit, even underneath the flags. As we start making our way into the third swimmer, Christian Briscoe in 1, Jackson Tao in 2, Sebastian Vidarson in 3, Liam Singletary in 4, Dex Anthony in 5, Colin Hennis in 6, Jan Liu in 7, and Lathan Dowell in 8. Here we go, final swimmers. The anchors are away. They have their foot on the gas pedal and just absolutely charging out there. Jude Gage in 1, Graham Sutton in 2, Nathan Taxton in 3, Tristan Talwar in 4, Ethan Collis in 5, Andrew Strotman in 6, Ray Leo in 7, and Rocco Murray in 8, and taking that home with a 2:07.78 swim Mac. They're a relay, 2:08.24 is TAC Titans in 2nd, and 2:10.23 Riptide in lane number 6, going for the 1, 2, and 3. Outstanding work, gentlemen. 2:07.78 is the heat winner. Chirping into event number 95. This is now the girls 11-12 200 free relay. Heat 1 of 3. Girls, good luck. Have a great race. For the 11-12-year-olds, lane number 3 is going to be Lauren Vaughn. Lane number 4, we have Lucy Slawowski. Lane number 5 is going to be Emma Jones. And lane number 6 is going to be Juliana Karamikian. Churning into second swimmers. Lane number 3 for Swim Mac, we have Amelia Robinson. Lane number 4 is going to be NCAC Marie Charles. Lane number 5 is RSA's Megan Coffenauer. Lane number 6 is going to be Swim Mac, Emerson Rodriguez. 2 swimmers under the flags. All 4 into the wall, all 4 on out. Third swimmers in the water. For Mac, we have Catherine von Strierowitz. For NCAC in lane number 4, that's Amelia Zuba. Lane 5 for RSA, that's going to be Maggie Caracas. Lane number 6 is going to be Max, or Swim Mac, I should say, Allison Slabby. All anchors are officially off to the races right now. For Mac, we have Greta Lukens. For NCAC, Yoon Yan Chen. Lane number 5 is going to be RSA's Rigsby Twelman. And lane number 6 for Swim Mac, we have Amelie Shaw. Or Amy Lee Shaw. Sorry about that. Amy Lee. Lane 3, Swim Mac. Their C relay with a 2:04.11, 2:04.87, NCAC, and Swim Mac their D relay with a 2:05.61. Heat 2. Heat number 2 breaking out right now and taking off. So good, so much power out there. Lane number 1 is going to be Claire Higgins. Lane 2 is Sarah Wilcox. Lane number 3 is Alania Atkins. Lane number 4 is Ashley Hodke. Lane number 5 is Alexa Berg. Lane number 6 is going to be Savannah Nance. Lane 7 is Sadie Ross, and lane number 8 is Iana Dong. Second swimmers in. Lane 1, Kylie Cooper. Lane number 2, Erin Weaver. Lane number 3, we have Hadley Reeder. Lane number 4 is going to be Olive Gage. Lane 5 is going to be Scotland Dupree. Lane number 6 is going to be Evelyn Pelletier. Lane number 7 is going to be Elizabeth Hill. Lane number 8 is Maniola Laurentino. Manolia. Third swimmers, Megan Burgeon. In lane number 1, Claire Pelletier Poon in 2, Han Wynn in 3, Megan Carson in 4, Grace Holiday in 5, Camden Ludi in 6, Lily Todd in 7, and Evelyn Metz in 8. Closing down heat number 2, the anchors right now. Lane number 4, it goes to Marlins of Raleigh with a 2:01.73. Second place, 2:02.84, New Wave Swim Team. And rounding your top 3 with a 2:07.36, Carolina Aquatics. Ladies and gentlemen, the final heat for the girls of the meet weekend. Second swimmer in the water. Lane number 1, Eleanor. Lane number 2, Mallory. Lane number 3 is Natalie. Lane number 4, Anna. Lane 5 is going to be Peyton. Lane 6, Vienna. Lane 7 is Aubrey. And lane number 8 is Cameron. Third swimmers. $56.57. What? The current record is a 152.91. Anchors away, sitting at a 126.26 with a 29.69 split. Just absolutely powering through this one. Just letting the animals loose. What? You better go to work right now. Hey, 153.73. Looks like it's a new NCS record. That might be unofficial. Moving into the final event of the meet weekend. Good luck, guys. So for heat one of the guys, second swimmers currently in the water, Jacob in 2, Caden in 3, Beckham in 4, Nestor in 5, and Max in 6. Just a quick heads up off that last heat, that is unofficial. Once again, that is unofficial. Third swimmers, lane number 2 is going to be Noah Carr. Lane number 3 is going to be Wynn Copping. Lane 4, Michael White. Lane number 5 is going to be Braden Barber. Lane number 6 is going to be Tyler Hintonock. Anchors, Brian Sansbury in 2, Vahan Matsakyan in 3, Carpenter Keegan in 4, Grant Bishop in 5, and Theodore Prabhu in 6. Anchors, closing it down. Nice job, guys. 2:01. Oh, that's, so heads up. I will let you know some of those times are being pulled, unfortunately, from a different spot. So the current record for the 11, 12-year-olds is going to be a 149.52. Heat 2. Second swimmer for the gentlemen. For heat number 2, lane 1, Anderson. Lane 2, Lucas. Lane number 3, Mason. Lane number 4 is Xavier. Lane 5 is Colin. Lane 6 is Luke. Lane number 7 is Nathaniel. Lane number 8, we have Mason over there. Third swimmers. Off to the races. Lane 1, Luke Caper. Lane number 2 is going to be Noah Porter. Lane number 3 is Victor Kudlock. Lane number 3 is Silas McHugh. Lane number 4 is Silas. 5 is Colin Bediner. Lane number 6 is Harrison Gill. Lane number 7 is James Johnson. And lane number 8 is Graham Frazier. Looks like we have all of our anchors underway. Benjamin Gillespie in 1, Jack Collins in 2, Alexander Slivka in 3, Caden Wolf in 4, Tyler Wells in 5, Colt Wheeler in 6, Max Key in 7, and Eric Wen in 8. 3 gentlemen battling it out under the flags inside the paint and taking that one straight to the house. It goes 2:01.30. New Wave Swim Team. Once again, heads up, the record for this is 149.52. The final heat of the final event of the meet weekend. Good luck, guys. Tear it up out there. Lane number 1, Vihan. Lane 2, Clayton. Lane 3, Griffin. Lane 4, Zayden. Lane 5 is Arthur. Lane number 6 is going to be James. Lane 7 is Miles. Lane number 8 is Finnegan. Coming into the wall, they just get this bow wave, just blown on over into the water. All 8 swimmers in. Second swimmers. Lane number 1 is going to be Charles Zhu. Lane number 2 is Andrew Zhang. Lane number 3 is going to be John Bennett. Lane 4, we got Banks Cooler. Lane 5, Kyle Selzer. Lane number 6 is going to be Jay Zhang. Lane 7, Ellis Carroll. And lane number 8 is going to be Martin Sanchez Moreno. Third swimmers in transition right now. Lane number 1 is going to be Eden Rariru. Lane number 2 is going to be Lucas Bonner. Lane number 3 is Carrington Briscoe. Lane number 4, Tony Macavariani. Lane number 5 is going to be Dylan Fox. Lane 6 is Crosby Wilbur. Lane 7 is going to be Brady Houts. And lane number 8 is Akul Srivastava. Here we go, anchors. Here we go. All anchors are in. Breaking it down for the meet weekend. Roman in 1, Boying in 2, Lucas in 3, Jesse in 4, Landon in 5, Leo in 6, Peter in 7, Wyatt in 8. And just blowing it up, and here it goes to lane number 4 with a 151.78 swim Mac. They're a relay. Once again, the record is a 149. Second place was 154.2, TAC Titans. And third place, 155.3 Lifetime. Wow. Family and friends upstairs, you did it. I'm so proud of you. I hope I get to see you again sometime soon, because you are my party crew. As you're leaving, kindly make sure you look around yourself so that you don't lose any personal belongings. And as you're looking around yourself, kindly make sure if you find any rubbish you may have left behind, you put that into the proper trash receptacles on your way out. Obviously, we're going to be getting into awards here, the top 8 from the last several events from today. But if you are leaving, be safe, rest well. We'll see you real soon.
Triangle Aquatic Center. Building confidence and skills. Mastering competitive strokes. Dive into a world of fun, fitness, and friendship at the Triangle Aquatic Center. Visit triangleaquatics.org to learn how you can donate, advocate, or volunteer today. Make a splash with the Triangle Aquatic Center and be part of something extraordinary.
Can you rely on DIY? When you choose Vector Security for your smart home ecosystem, you'll know it's done right. You know you're getting professional installation from experienced technicians. You know you're getting round-the-clock, award-winning monitoring that protects your home even when you're not there. You know you're getting home security and automation devices that work together in one ecosystem from one app. Vector Security. You'll know what you're getting, and you'll know it was done right.
There's a feeling you get when you check into a Spring Hill Suites. Like that feeling when you're able to check in on the go before you even get there. And that feeling when you find all the space you need and then some. Or that feeling when the bartender remembers your name and your drink order. At Spring Hill Suites, we believe the littlest moments can make the biggest difference. And that feels pretty sweet.
Heat 4 for the women. Another hot heat.
Fourth place, Hawken Tates. Third place with a 32.66 from the Marlins of Raleigh, that's Bowen Hollenborg. Second place with a 32.06 from the Waves of Wilmington, that's Slater Spencer. And in first place with a winning time, so close to the record, with a 30.30 from Swim Mac, that's Jesse Cyrus. Nice job. Yeah, let's turn that down. Well, we'll do, hold that thought, guys. All right, jeez. Way too hot. Hold on one second. Sorry. I'll hold the microphone way out here, okay? Hey guys. So event number 81, the girls 10 and under, 200 IM. The 8th place goes to Olivia Vaden. 7th place goes to Zoe Laverne. 6th place goes to Caroline Zhao. 5th place goes to Molly Slowinski. 4th place, Elizabeth Van Order. Hey guys upstairs, turn my mic down. Way too hot. 3rd place, 252.84 from Lifetime North Carolina. That's going to be Collins Kim. 2nd place with a 242.22 from Lifetime North Carolina, Gia Saragosi. And in 1st place with a 239.19 from North Carolina Aquatic Club, that's Penelope Chow. A nice warm round of applause for your top 8 finishers for your girls. Event number 81, 200 IM. For your boys, 10 and under, 200 IM. Lane number 8 is going to be Liam Singletary. Did I say lane 8? Jeez, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, dude. Is this thing on? 7th place, Grayson Groff. 6th place, Ethan Gia. 5th place, Chase Galloway. 4th place, Charles Lee. 3rd place with a 253.76 from TAC Titans, that's Tristan Talwar. 2nd place with a 252.76 from Greensboro, Luke Mesneri. And in 1st place with a 249.37, that's going to be TAC Titans, David Bao. Nice warm round of applause for your top 8 finishers for your boys. 10 and under, 200 IM. Girls, 11, 12, 200 IM.